Sup guys, today is Run Dragdale and welcome back to Seduce Me the Otome, and I have a guest with me, my own cousin.
Hey.
So we're gonna continue. Last where we left off, the party was a success. Our dad liked how we set it up and everything, and then we got an uninvited guest, Malix, and he nearly beat the shit out of us. But the boys stopped him, and the next day came and we got some nice time with Damien, so now let's just continue. Surprisingly, I felt good going to bed that night. I felt like I could have a peaceful Oh my
god. Good going to bed.
Oh my god. I felt like I could have a peaceful sleep after the previous rough nights I had.
Okay.
I felt good. I drifted to sleep and woke up almost flawlessly that next morning. No grogginess, no aches, perfectly energized and bright-eyed.
No one can ever wake up like that. That's stupid.
I know.
That's so stupid. No one can ever wake up like that.
Nope. Man, how long has it been since I got that much good sleep?
Never.
I looked to my alarm. I woke up 10 minutes before my alarm. Well, hey, I must be lucky today. Karma owed me some luck. After all, I had gone through in merely a handful of days. I deserved to get some good luck.
Try years, man. Try years.
Same. Ecstatic for the day ahead, I turned off my alarms before they could ring and got dressed. However, my phone started to quickly buzz from an incoming text. Huh? Who's texting me this early?
Yo, Anderson! You're carpooling with us from now on. We're not letting you waste your money on a bus. Get ready and be at your gate at 7 stat.
What?
I smiled. My best friends were the best. Wow, I read that wrong. My friends were the best. I couldn't drive.
Stupid.
Shut up!
Okay.
I couldn't drive yet, and I didn't have a car, so it was awesome that my friends would let me carpool. I checked the time. 6:30.
Hell, that's too early.
Perfect. I can eat some breakfast before they come. I packed my bags and carried it downstairs toward the kitchen. As I entered the dining room, I saw a plate with eggs, toast, and bacon sitting on the table. I'm just going to move this because the mic can pick up from here. Oh my god.
Hey, it's gotta happen.
A fresh steaming cup of coffee sat down next to the plate with the sugar and creamer on the side. I walked to the table and couldn't believe what I was seeing.
I would love to wake up like that. Oh my god.
Same. Who made this? As I spoke aloud, a small red note caught my attention. Have a good day. Yours. My heart skipped a beat as I finished. I could tell it was from one of the boys. Maybe it was from him? I smiled before putting the note in my bag and eating up. The food was so delicious, I devoured every amazing bite.
Alright, stop. So, I just started listening to this game, and why are things going so smoothly? Something bad's gonna happen, isn't it?
Bad things have been happening.
What
Bad
the
things
hell?
have been happening throughout this whole playthrough.
Something bad is gonna happen again.
I know, it's gonna get worse.
I don't even know this game. Like, come on.
I have played
This is too smooth.
Yeah, I have played this game before, and I already know what's gonna happen, so might as well skip. I looked to the time again. Time to go. I quickly rushed to the doors, checking myself in the passing mirror. I wasn't wanting to impress anyone, but I still needed to look decent.
Same.
Before I could reach my handle of the door, however, someone took my hand. Huh? I turned to see Damien, who was holding my hand back with a concerned frown on his face.
My name.
Your name?
My true name isn't Damien. I want you to know my real name if something were to happen.
His true name? What did he mean? Why was he telling me this now? Damien gently pulled me to him and leaned close to whisper in my ear.
My name is Esrol.
Sorry.
Wow.
Got her in the moment.
As he said his name, I could feel it lock into my memory. Something in my head would make sure I would never forget it. Damien pulled away and stared at me, despite still carrying worry in his eyes.
If you are in any danger, call my name. I promise. I'll come and help you.
I stared up at Damien, unable to say anything. I could only nod in response. Damien smiled before releasing my hand and heading into the dining room. I don't know this, so... Oh, nope. I don't know that number. Something told me that name would be used eventually. And right on cue, Naomi drove up to the gates with Suzu waving me down. I rushed out the door and we headed to school, talking about the homework and the coming day. We made it into the school without a hitch. Our lockers were in the same part of the hall, so we quickly unloaded what we needed to and got our important books and necessities. First incident of the day. As I walked towards Suzu and Naomi, who were both waiting for me on the opposite side of the hall, something hooked my ankle and made me fall forward. Whoa, ow!
Hey, are you okay?
Who did that?
The three of us looked back to see Lisette and her gaggle of girls. Lisette had a look of complete innocence while the girls around her giggled like no tomorrow.
Why, you
Can I
little...
curse?
Sure, go ahead.
Such a bitch.
Suzu, don't!
I felt a giant fire of anger burn in my stomach as I stared at Lisette. Today was not the only time this has happened to me. However, it was now clear who was behind these incidents. Even if she was innocent and one of her goons did it, it was now obvious that Lisette was the mastermind just from the look on her face. She was no friend, nor would she ever be. I had to do something. You decide.
I mean, as an Aries, I'd say get her, but I don't know if that's a good idea.
I mean, I've gone both ways, but I feel like just walk away from it.
Alright.
No, I wasn't going to bring myself to her level. She was a bully, but I was not going to let her get to me.
I'd beat the shit out of her.
We all know you would. I had to be stronger than her, and only then would I have beaten her. I stood up and brushed myself off, pretending nothing had happened.
Anderson, you okay?
That was a pretty bad fall.
Yeah, I'm fine. A fall like that is nothing. I merely smiled at them, not wanting to let them know the pain rushing through my body from that fall. My arms were quaking, my shoulders were pulsing, but I remained content-faced. I quickly gathered up my belongings and nodded to my two friends. Come on, we'll be late for history.
Be late for history, man. Who gives a shit?
Suzu and Naomi looked at each other before frowning and nodding to me. Naomi and Suzu flanked me as we began to walk to class, away from the gaggle of bullies. As we walked, I could barely see Suzu flipping the middle finger to the group behind us from the corner of my eye.
Hey, Suzu, she got your back.
Friggin' bunch of Lisette feet lickers.
Come on, no
gross,
curses.
Suzu.
Wait, it gets better.
It's true. It's all, OMG! Lisette is the best! Let's follow her around because we obviously don't have lives.
Naomi and...
Yo, what? Oh my god.
It gets better. Naomi and I... Well, it kind of gets better, but oh well. Naomi and I could not help but laugh. The group behind us, however, did not like Suzu's words.
At least my dad doesn't screw around in the black market to keep a stupid casino running.
Oh, hell no. Suzu stopped. Naomi and I stopped as well to look back at Suzu, who was completely red and
My
angry.
dude, is she gonna beat the shit out of them?
I want her to. Suzu slowly turned ahead to the group, glaring daggers at them.
Fuck did you just say?
Hell yeah, bitch.
I had to act fast. I placed my hand on Suzu's shoulder and gripped tightly, knowing she could try to push my hand away. Suzu, they're not worth it. Let's just go.
No, I think it's about time we taught them some manners.
Suzu.
I looked at Lisette and her group. Lisette had a widely amused smile on her face, which irked me to no end. Nevertheless, I knew that fighting wasn't going to get us anywhere.
Come on.
Let's go. I grabbed Suzu by the shoulder roughly, pulling her back to Naomi and me. Suzu tried to step towards the group, but Naomi held onto her other shoulder. We held onto Suzu, who fought against our hands as we marched to class. I feel like Suzu would be you so much.
I would totally beat the shit out of them.
Yep. Surprisingly, the rest of the school day went off without another incident. I went to my classes, had lunch, and was anxious to get home. As the bell rang for school to end, I felt my phone vibrate in my pocket. Huh? A text? From Dad?
What?
What?
It's a father.
I'll be picking you up today. Make sure you're ready to go when I get there. That's kind of a surprise. I quickly headed back to my locker and got my things before waiting for Naomi and Suzu.
Hey, are you ready to go?
Actually, my dad's picking me up.
Really? Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense.
We'll drive home together next time. Tell your dad that we've got you covered from now on.
Yeah, alright. Even while I laughed, something didn't seem right. My dad texted me to say this. Why was he going to pick me up? Had I done something wrong? I didn't know. I waved goodbye to Naomi and Suzu before heading off to the usual spot where my dad picks me up. I took the time to listen to my music while I waited. I need to go to another Rise of the Phoenix concert. Eventually, I had played the entire album with no one showing up. What the hey? Dad's never late, especially not this late. I quickly dialed my dad's number again, but as soon as I pressed call, it disconnected and read a signal disconnection error message. What the? No signal error? How do I not have signal?
Dun, dun, dun.
Now's not the time to be saying that, okay. I double-checked my phone and saw all 5 bars for signal. He must be in a dead zone. Before I could finish, a group of hands grabbed at my hands, feet, and covered my mouth. I screamed into the hand over my mouth, struggling to pull away from the hands grabbing at my limbs. It felt disgusting and scary. Feeling their hands on me, I needed it to stop. Now you can say it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey! Don't dirty up Malix's prey.
The voice was...
Malix is prey.
Shut up!
Alright.
The voice, which sent a fearful shiver down my spine, whispered into my ear.
You're coming with me, Miss Anderson.
I couldn't fathom what was happening, but before I knew it, I was blindfolded and my limbs were quickly tied up. I felt myself being carried somewhere and was shoved into something that echoed the interior of a bus or a van. The doors closed and off I was taken, unsure of where I was going and why. All I knew was that I was in trouble.
Really?
My God. All I saw was darkness. I felt numb as I was taken to a place I didn't know of. I couldn't even move my lips to scream. Sounds zipped past my ears, first of the interior of a car, then the outside, then an echoey space with whispers and cackles of people vibrating through it. However, the wrap around my eyes was eventually removed from my face and my bonds were cut. It took a while for my eyes to adjust, but I found myself in a warehouse, surrounded by devils, including Malix, who was smirking at me.
Nicely done! I'm sure those little shits will come running to find you when they realize you didn't return to your
Sounds like Carcat.
mansion.
God.
They'll search everywhere for you.
Sort of.
Malix walked over and set the barrel of his gun against the skin between my eyes.
It'll be so funny when they find your dead body instead.
I'm gonna take a small moment and give a shout out to James Brown Jr. for doing his voice, because he is awesome. Okay. Israel! All of a sudden, a bright purple light engulfed the room, causing the devils around me to cover themselves.
What the?
Gusts of wind rushed past me, almost forcing me back. I covered my face with my arms, bracing myself and standing my ground. I tried to peek through my arms to see what was going on, but the light continued to shine brightly. As the gusts slowly started to die, the light began to fade, revealing Damien with a blank expression, staring coldly at Malix. Damien.
I'm here, as I promised.
Malix moved his arms from in front of his face and slowly took in the new sight in front of him. Quickly, Malix's face turned into that of pure evil delight.
Out of the 5 pretty boys, you summoned the pathetic one? What a fucking moron!
I can't wait to see what happens to you. Damien stared at Malix, silent and fiercely cold. Damien began to walk towards Malix. 1, one step at a time. Malix, however, brought up his gun, pointing it at Damien.
So long, pretty boy!
Malix pulled the trigger and let a bullet fly straight at Damien's head. I gasped, bracing myself for the result of the shot. However, Damien kept walking. Damien didn't fly back, nor did he flinch from the shot. I couldn't see the bullet wound, but I knew there had to be one in Damien's face.
What the? Fucking die!
Malix began to quickly put the shots into Damien's face, some of them passing completely through his head. There was no blood, no fire, nothing. It was as if Damien didn't really exist as he walked towards the now frightened devil.
What crap spell is this?
As Damien finally reached Malix, the devil jabbed Damien's head towards the ground, making Damien's body fall and slam into the concrete. As the body settled onto the ground, it slowly began to burn away in purple flames. Malix gritted his teeth.
Where are you, Damien?
Malix scanned the room like a hungry dog hunting for its final meal. Malix's body began to glow a fiery red color in anger from the situation. The remaining devils stared, trying to figure out what to do. Help Malix or watch in silence. Eris, however, walked up beside me and crossed her arms as she watched with an amused smirk on her face. Eris is the thug-like woman from the last video.
Come out!
The air instantly went from frantic to still in energy. What could have been described in tone as the color red quickly turned into a deadly mix of purple and
Why
black.
red? Why not blue?
I don't know. Purple and black as everything began to blend together all at once. Damien's voice finally replied. However, his voice seemed different.
What's wrong, Malix? Are you afraid of me now?
I was suddenly afraid. Something about Damien didn't fit right with how I knew him. He sounded otherworldly. His voice was dripping with an almost sadistic tone as he spoke through the air.
Afraid of a pretty boy like you. You don't even have the balls to face me head on. You're the one who's afraid.
Looking to Malix, however, I could tell that he was off. Something about what Damien was doing was keeping Malix in his place.
Oh, I'm not afraid of you. In fact, I know very well you're afraid to move. Right now, you're practically screaming it in your mind.
Just a little heads up, he can read minds.
Oh.
That's how you know he's scared.
Oh. Yeah. What a piece of shit.
Malix, in a fit of insane rage, began to shoot into the air, letting the bullets fly into the ceiling.
Shut the hell up!
Damien's demonic laughter filled the room as a group of dark figures appeared around Malix, walking toward him slowly and menacingly. In defense, Malix fired shots at each entity around him, causing them to fall and fade away into purple flames. However, that didn't stop more from appearing around him and closing in on Malix. Wow. On him! Malix became frantic.
You fucked up.
Shut up! Was this the extent of demon power? I suddenly felt a pair of hands cover my eyes tightly, pulling me against someone's chest. I gasped, but was stopped from prying their hands off my face.
It's me. Don't look.
I listened carefully and let the two words linger in my mind. Don't look. Why? What was being hidden from me? I wanted to know, but something told me to obey Sam's command. I could still hear Malix's screams of agony and the sound of ripping flesh.
Yes.
The smell of blood was covered by the harsh odor or ash and fire. Maybe it was there that I wasn't able to see. No, I want to see it!
Damien, come on.
enough!
Damn.
Almost instantly after James's command, the sound stopped. The only thing anyone could hear then was the sound of dripping blood.
At least let me dispose what's left of him.
What's left of him? What?
I'll take care of it. You've done enough, Damien. Come out.
After a brief silence, a pair of footsteps made their way to my spot. Each step seemed to echo with a haunting, otherworldly tone, almost as if a very low and dark piano played a singular note with each step the pair of feet took.
I will admit, you really wailed on him. You practically scared everyone out of the warehouse. It's a good thing you were hiding when you lost your glamour spell, huh?
Glamour spell? What did he mean? Why did Damien sound so different? Why was this being hidden from me?
It's a spell that makes us look human.
I froze. Look human? They didn't look like humans after all? What did they look like?
Like demons.
As if Matthew knew what Damien was talking about, Matthew spoke up, followed by the sound of a cork popping out of a bottle.
Well, not for much longer. Here.
I could hear the small clinking of glass being passed before hearing Damien guzzle down a liquid of some sort. The feel of the air around me gently began to warm back up, insinuating that everything had been returned to normal. Finally, Sam moved I want to see it too, but... Finally, Sam moved his hands from my eyes, allowing me to see around me once again. The devils, including Eris, had fled. Malix was missing, but the blood stains left behind in his place told me that he was definitely dead regardless of his location. The boys, however, had gathered around me, all of them, including Damien, looking like nothing had happened. What just... I tried to speak, but everything zipped around in my head at the whole event, and I felt like speaking was impossible.
Let's just get you home, miss. There's nothing more to see here.
I could only nod. What had happened boggled my mind to the point of disbelief. I was second-guessing everything, lost in a sea of what and how and when. As we walked out of the warehouse, I looked to Damien for some form of sign that I wasn't dreaming. Damien, despite looking down at his fate, held a face of cold sadness, as if he regretted what he did.
Okay, can I just say, whoever is voicing James has a very hot voice.
Okay!
Hey, listen, it's true.
I know it's true! I just love this dude. Oh my god. Okay. I think it was Bradley Gura. That's his name. Yeah.
Well, whoever... What?
Bradley.
Okay, whoever Bradley is, just want to say, if they hear this, you got a very hot voice.
I agree with her. It was over. Malix was gone and the boys were finally safe. A wave of relief ran through my body at the thought of never having to deal with that group again. At the same time, a ping of realization hit the back of my mind. The boys were only going to stay until after Malix was defeated. That was our deal. As we approached home, I could feel something heavy weigh down my heart. It was late, but the boys led me inside and turned on the lights in the lobby.
Finally, we can relax.
It will be good to have some rest without devils breathing down our necks.
I'm just tired. Can I hit the hay early?
I think some sleep would be good for all of us.
I looked to Damien, knowing he could read my mind, and frowned. I didn't want him to know about my thoughts on the situation. Yeah, bed sounds good. I wanted to just end tonight. Too much had happened and I felt dizzy just trying to figure it out. However, Damien spoke up, stopping all of us from moving.
Should we be gone in the morning?
The air became still with tension. The realization of the situation hit the boys like a wave, forcing them to turn to me in curiosity. They had remembered their deal and was now awaiting me to decide their fate. No! I gulped, face to face with the reality of the situation. The boys were leaving it up to me. They looked like they were willing to accept whatever I had demanded. It was only fair, though, after all that had happened.
Are they actually gonna leave?
Gotta
'Cause
wait.
he's a cutie. What's his name?
He's a cutie.
What's his name?
Eric.
Yeah, okay, well, he's a cutie.
Thank you! Oh my god, someone else who loves Eric. I'm gonna hug him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Damn, him and James, cuties.
Yes! I looked to Damien, feeling my heart flutter in my chest. I didn't want him to leave, but when he asked to stay, I hoped that he would say no and ask me to stay longer, as he knew what I had wanted. Damien moved and stepped to me, staring into my eyes with almost pleading eyes. His eyes made me want to whimper in guilt, but then he spoke.
I know we've only been here for a short while, but you've done so much for us just by giving us a place to stay. However, if I may be honest, I really would like us to stay here longer. Can we?
My heart skipped while a large red blush ran across my cheeks. The boy stared at Damien wide-eyed, but didn't dare to speak out. Damien stepped back to give me space, returning to where he was.
He just slides over.
Just slides. When we do Matthew's room, oh my god, he's gonna be adorable. Like when they say he tiptoes, he literally tiptoes off of the screen, and that's so cute. I moved my gaze across each boy, trying to make a decision. If they left in the morning, I would never see them again, and my life could return to the normal. If I decided to let them go, that would have been for the best. No goodbyes, no delays. But did I want to?
Hell no, you don't.
Of course not. They had done so much for me in such a small amount of time. Let them stay!
Let them stay, bitch. Click it!
I wanted them to stay. I wanted him to stay. I merely smiled, staring at the man I had come to have feelings for, before speaking at last. I would love it if you all could stay. The boys cheered tiredly, but nonetheless enthusiastically.
She's like, yeah.
Yay! Look at his smile. Look at his goofy smile.
Oh my god.
That's adorable. I giggled at the sight. It was cute to see everyone so excited, despite the tiredness that ran equally through our bodies. Today was a rough day. My home
Wasn't that much?
No.
Damn, weaklings.
My home is your home, as long as you can still help with the chores. The boys nodded in unison, agreeing to the terms I had set for them. Despite the good situation, I felt myself slowly slipping into unconsciousness. However, James quickly clapped his hands together, getting everyone's attention and waking me up, making sure I didn't pass out on the floor.
All right, everyone. We're all very tired, so let's head to bed, shall we?
Oh, yeah, sleep is actually a thing. Right.
I want to tell you, but I'll tell you later. I'll explain that whole thing later.
He doesn't
We've
sleep.
had a very long day, but it will be good to just relax tonight and tomorrow.
Basically, yeah, he doesn't sleep. But now they
Same.
do. But now they do.
Sleep sounds really good right now.
Yeah, man.
I watched a small smile grow onto Damien's lips. He shared my excitement, knowing that we would be together longer. Who knew how long we would stay together? All I cared about was that I would be with him. The others quickly left to finally rest, leaving me and Damien alone at last. My heart fluttered a bit as Damien walked closer to me. He was happy, and it was really cute to see him that way, so I didn't do anything but smile back.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Damien.
Okay, that was a cute smile, man.
Yes, it was. I'm happy to have you stay here. I watched his smile brighten a bit before he cleared his throat and looked up at me with a serious face. I didn't know if it was the tiredness or my growing attachment to him, but I felt myself sway a bit on my feet. However, Damien's face made it clear that he wanted to say something else, making me forget that my bed was also calling for me.
Listen, about what happened at the warehouse.
No, it's fine. You did what you had to do. I understand. I had accepted everything that happened and knew that Damien had to do whatever he had to do. He was real, and he was someone I didn't want to be without, even if that meant nodding against my curiosity. Besides, I was too tired to explore that memory further. Damien nodded before holding out a hand to me.
Come on, let's get you to bed.
I nodded before Damien gently lifted me up into his arms like a bride and carried me to my room. I didn't want to leave his arms, leaning my head against Damien's chest, but eventually I was slowly lowered to my bed and covered with my bed covers. I was still in my school clothes, but I was too tired to strip or care. I looked at Damien, fighting a yawn from escaping me as he gently ran a hand over my hair.
Good night. I'll make breakfast for you in the morning.
I nodded with a tired smile before watching him slowly stand in my room, closing the
Are
door.
we gonna fuck at some point?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, we
good.
are. Yes, we are. A wave of happiness washed over me as I laid in bed. I made a good choice. Sure, it would be hard, but could tell that I would be able to manage it. Help around the house and being with a man who I was slowly starting to fall for would be worth it. I slowly felt my exhaustion take over. I let sleep consume me as I drifted into the darkness in my mind. Everything was peaceful. I was happy. And you don't think it would end here. You all think it would end here, but just wait. I want to.
Okay.
Well. Oh no.
Good.
You are an interesting creature.
Oh boy. I opened my eyes.
That is such a weird picture. I'm so sorry. But what
I
is
know
that?
it is. I know it is. But okay. Let's just.
What is going?
Let me just read so we could get on with it. I opened my eyes to see a woman staring down at me with a very sly smirk on her face. I opened my mouth to scream in fright, but a hand quickly covered my mouth.
No screaming now. Too early, silly girl.
I could only stare up at the woman above me. I still felt weak, not having the strength to move and fight her off. What was going on and why was she here?
Why do the boys like you? You're unique, yes, but that can't be all that you have going for you.
Rage began to consume my core again. This woman, whoever she was making me mad.
Her voice, man.
Oh, I just give me a second.
Alright.
She must have known as she let another smirk grow to her face.
Ooh, you're feisty. That could be why.
Before I could bite her hand in anger, she removed her hand from my lips before standing up and staring down at me from her place next to my bed. I quickly sat up and glared daggers at the intruder. She was very beautiful, but I felt more anger than amazement. Who the hell are you, and why are you in my room? The woman began to laugh, making the rage inside me increase. I wanted to punch her, but I waited for her answer.
How silly of me. I forgot that we demons are not well known of in your world. You can call me Diana, little human.
Michaela Laws, the creator of this game, is the voice for Diana. She is awesome. Moving on.
Hot voice.
Yes. Diana? Demon? You're a demon?
I am, but I'm much more than just an average demon.
What do you mean?
Silly girl. I'm a succubus.
I stared at Diana in shock. A succubus? First incubi, now a succubus. Great. I had now met both genders of sex demons.
Oh my god.
Diana crossed her arms under her bosom and looked at my body.
Well, you are pretty, but you seem very reckless. Too reckless.
I moved out and stood from the bed, still glaring at Diana. Why are you here?
Oh, I just wanted to see who my competition was.
Competition?
For the boys, of course. They don't belong here, and yet here they remain. I want to know why, and remedy this little issue.
This girl was seriously pissing me off. Issue? What issue? They wanted to stay here, so they can.
Silly, uneducated human. You don't understand the important roles these boys play in the abyssal planes. You keeping them here is practically imprisonment.
You have about 10 seconds to leave.
Is that a threat? How cute. What are you going to do? Kill me?
That was cute little. You didn't even say it like threateningly. You were just like.
Okay, I
Little
know.
kid.
I know. And if I do?
You barely have the strength to stand, little human. I can rip the rest of your energy out and knock you into a coma. You'll never be able to wake up again.
Touch me and I'll...
Enjoy every minute of it.
God damn it! I felt my body freeze and heat up to almost a painful haze. My mind began to feel fuzzy as Diana stepped to be caressed by cheek.
Now, you're going to listen to everything I say without any questions. Got it?
I nodded.
Good. I plan to bring the boys back to the abyssal planes. Why? So that I can take my place as queen of their realm. They have no reason to be here in this silly little world, so I'm going to make sure they return home. Okay, Pumpkin?
I nodded but growled. My rage couldn't be concealed despite the hold I was under. You evil bitch.
Call me evil all you want, dearie. I'm not evil. You're just in my way.
I felt Diana lean into my ear and whisper, making me unconsciously shiver in both pleasure and annoyance.
Now, be a good little human and go to bed. I'll make sure they're gone before you get home tomorrow from school, so make sure to say goodbye in the morning.
felt my body move on its own to lay in bed and cover itself with my bedsheets. I glared at Diana the entire way down. Diana laughed at my futility. I'll get you.
Oh, please do.
All of a sudden, her voice deepened and became cold and demonic, sending a violent shiver down my spine. Her red eyes practically illuminated in the darkness of my room as she glared at me.
Give me a reason to make your life a living hell.
I gritted my teeth, trying to fight back against the hold on me. She couldn't have been that tough. She needed energy to survive, right? I was sure she couldn't have had enough to hold me down forever. Diana then laughed and returned to normal.
Oh, and make sure you don't tell the boys I was here. I want my visit to be a surprise.
I felt the hold on me disappear, allowing me to sit up and practically growl at Diana in rage. What's stopping me?
Then you must not care about your friends and family as much as you care for the boys.
I stopped and stared. What did she mean by that? Was that a threat to my family? Diana smirked at me, knowing the confusion behind my eyes.
Let's just say that if you tell the boys about me, I'll make sure that no one will care for you, and you'll be all alone in this little house until the day you die.
I could feel fear creeping into me. Alone? How could she do that?
Kill them. Duh.
The word demon reverberated in my head, reminding me that I was facing off against something supernatural. A human with a shield versus a devil was one thing. A human on her own versus a demon was another.
Have a good night.
And with that, Diana sank into the floor through a magic purple pentagram, which disappeared as her head vanished into the floor. I couldn't believe it. I had one problem and now I had another. Instead of a crazy psycho devil who wanted to kill me and the boys, I had a succubus wanting to ruin my life and take the boys away. Could my life get any worse? No, I wasn't going to let her win. She's not as powerful as she looks. I know it. I had to mentally confirm it. She wasn't going to win. The boys wanted to stay with me. I let out a sigh before closing my eyes, affirming my plan of action. No matter what she was going to do, I was going to beat her.
Wait, how long are your videos usually?
I would stop. I was actually planning on stopping here now.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, I'm going to stop here for today because that turned out to be longer than I had expected and planned it to be.
Yeah, nerd, you got too involved. Just shoot, I forgot the word.
Okay, that was... Oh, well, if you like this, just put a thumbs up, and I don't really care if you subscribe or not. So if you like this,
Subscribe to the dork.
Oh my god. So,
hey, I'm just...
Shit. I can't remember words. Oh, fuck.
It's your fault.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Whatever, just get subscribers.
Oh my god. Okay, subscribe then. I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye.